Texas rental laws outline the rules in the state regarding lease agreements and evictions. We'll examine relevant laws for standard lease agreements, month-to-month lease agreements, and evictions. Standard lease agreement. A standard lease gives an overview of the terms between a landlord and a tenant for the renting of property. A standard lease is commonly a one-year fixed period and is the most widely used rental contract. Month-to-month lease. A month-to-month lease, also called a tenancy at will, is an agreement between a landlord and tenant that renews automatically every month and terminates upon notice by either party. In Texas, notice must be provided by either party a minimum of 1 month prior to termination as required by law. Required disclosures. In Texas, the following disclosures are required to be included as part of the lease. Landlord manager disclosure. The name and address of the owner or person authorized to manage the property must be disclosed to the tenant. Parking rules. The lease must include an addendum or language in capital letters titled Parking Rules, which state the policies regarding tenants' rights to park vehicles on the premises. An addendum requires a tenant's signature. Tenant remedies. The landlord must disclose the tenant's rights if a repair is not completed within 7 days. This language must be in either bold or underlined font. Landlord access. In Texas, the landlord is not required to give notice before entering their property for repairs or other non-emergency reasons. Security deposit laws. In Texas, there is no limit to what landlords may charge as security. The money must be returned to the tenant within 30 days of terminating the lease. Eviction laws. There are 2 legally accepted causes for eviction in Texas. Non-payment of rent. If the tenant is late on rent, the landlord can issue a 3-day notice to pay or quit. This gives the tenant 3 days to pay the rent in full along with any penalties or vacate the property. If they do neither, the landlord may be forced to seek an eviction from the court. Non-compliance. If the tenant breaks any portion of the lease other than late rent, the landlord may give the tenant 3 days to comply with the lease or vacate the property. We're eForms, and we have all of the templates you need for a smooth rental. Grab lease agreements right here and find more documents you might need at the links below.